Well, good morning, a familiar scene. We're heading down to Canterbury Cathedral today and going to do the Rick Steves tour. Let's get after it. Open up my key. Well, Tamara's smart. She has her umbrella, but you know I travel light, so I don't even carry an umbrella. And so instead I've got two options. One is this guy, which works pretty good unless it's just pouring down. And the other is, you know what? Umbrellas are always under like $5 or $10 everywhere in every little store all over the UK because it rains here a lot. So pretty easy to get an umbrella. Okay, here we go in. Found the Christchurch gate again, the butter market. And the wind is picking up. It's a good day to be inside. Over here at the visitor center side. Yeah. Oh, we don't have to go into the visitor center? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, made it through. We had online tickets, so we got to go through the big Christchurch gate right there, and it was super easy. And then those tickets are good for a year, so we're here for a little while longer. We can just keep coming back. What a bargain. What a bargain. Awesome. Canterbury and its cathedral have a storied past, from Thomas Becket to King Henry VIII to Oliver Cromwell. It stands as a centerpiece of Anglican Christianity. And as the kings and queens of England are the heads of the church, their images adorn the outside of the building. We're talking to our punting guide yesterday, and he said that they just took down a bunch of the scaffolding that's been up here. This is like part of a 5-year/8-year/16-year project to clean the outside and repair the outside of the cathedral. This church was built mostly between 1100 and 1400 in a lot of different ways. So it's got a couple pieces to it. Well, that's beautiful, the restoration, but it's like a Gothic side and a Norman side of the church. So we're going to get to see both parts. And then it was built mainly out of French materials by French architects, and so it's very French inside. If you compare like that tower and that side of the building right there with like the cathedral bell tower and this real ornate spires, maybe that's the difference between it. At the entrance stands King Ethelbert of Kent and Queen Bertha. Bertha was a Frankish princess and a Christian, but Ethelbert was an Anglo-Saxon pagan. In the year 597, through Bertha's influence, Pope Gregory sent St. Augustine to Kent. King Ethelbert's subsequent conversion paved the way for the spread of Christianity throughout all of Anglo-Saxon England. Can't help but keep looking up. So I'm gonna wander around with Tamara. We're gonna go see the whole church, and so I'm giving her the Rick Steves tour. So here we go.
These stained glass on the bottom middle, the oldest stained glass in the church.
Like the lobby of a hotel, the nave was the great gathering place for the common person. Okay, we're heading into the cloister, which was just right off the back of the nave. Ooh, it's very Harry Potterish. Okay, all these little crests, these stone crests up at the top, represent people who donated to help build the cathedral. In 1162, King Henry II appointed his friend and chancellor, Thomas Becket, as Archbishop of Canterbury. This set two powerful friends against each other in the battle of Crown versus Church. Henry's knights mistakenly took his complaining as orders to deal with Thomas. Okay, this is the spot right here where Thomas Becket was murdered, where the knights came to rough him up, got into the scuffle, and they ended up killing him right there by cutting the top of his head off and spilling his brains all over the altar here. The swords point to where he was murdered And you can look at the wall. There's like 4 shadows or extra. There are like 4 murderers there. This act was scandalous even for medieval times, and Henry was deeply remorseful. As penance, Henry walked 3 miles barefoot to the cathedral and threw himself at Becket's tomb. And then this is also the place where Pope John Paul came and prayed. And the first time any pope has ever visited England happened right here. Okay, this is the remains, like these columns and walls and stuff are the remains of a Benedictine monastic monk community. And then back into here too, it gets back over there. And it's now like the park for King's School. Okay, we left the crypt. You're gonna get a peek right there. We're not allowed to take photos in there. Again, there is Ethelbert holding the church in his hand. This is probably Bertha standing right next to him. We're allowed to go in if that chair is empty. That chair is usually where one of the church leaders is sitting to show that there's a service going on. If the chair is empty, that means the choir is open to visit. We were just here, Tabra. Sitting in this. Yeah. And this is like the inner sanctum of the church where the monks would have stayed. All the public would have been outside in the huge nave and not been able to come in, and they'd be meandering around, and all the pilgrims would be out there, but all the monks could be in here in service. Priest cloakroom. This is it, the candle that's burning for Thomas Becket, and where his remains would have been at one time, but they got scattered by Henry VIII. This is the tomb of the Black Prince, Edward III's son, who would have been the king but died. The Black Prince was famous in the 100 Years' War. Like one of the major first battles was the Battle of Crécy. The Black Prince returned and fought in the Battle of Poitiers, where they actually captured the King of France, King John, and brought him back to England. Camp disease or dysentery was something that caught up with Edward the Black Prince, and he never could shake it. And it's eventually what killed him. Because the Black Prince died before his father, he never took the throne, but his son, Richard, did ascend and became king. And he had a few troubles, and the trouble with one of his friends named Henry Bolingbroke, who ended up deposing him eventually and became Henry IV. Henry IV is buried in the cathedral also, right across from the Black Prince. These stained glass windows are actually replacements of windows that were earlier destroyed in World War II by artist Irvin Bassanyi. This is Salvation, and this is Peace Among Nations. Plaque after my own heart, the organist of Canterbury Cathedral. They get honored too. Here, like the first one is in 1407. Way to go. There's Tamara. I found her. She left me because I was geeking out over like Edward, Edward, the Black Prince, and also Henry Bolingbroke. So I'm just like, history.
It's very cool. It's very
It was
cool.
fun.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. All right, making our way back out. Super fun. Good tour. Oh, thank you. What a church. What a place. And it's raining again. Spitting on us. We're gonna go check out the gift shop. This is kind of fun. It's the Cathedral Hotel. You can come stay from there to right there. And Tamara found a cool umbrella that I needed to have for the Pilgrim's Trail, but unfortunately, how much was that? Jane, look what we found. A tea towel of a little ship. What were we looking for? Ship tea towels?
We were looking for cats.
Oh, tacky, more tacky than that. Okay, success. That was super fun. Good time at the cathedral. Yeah. Who says that? I had a great time at church today. Yeah. When you go to a church like that, it's easy to have a good time. It's so fascinating. So much history. Okay, we are back at the, what is this called? The Butter Market, grabbing our pints here, the landlord and the Essex something.
I forgot already.
Yeah, it might be called that, the Essex, I forgot. Or you will lately. I know this cute little booth, look at this.
With the windows.
Other seats. Sandwiches, okay. Yeah, where's the regular, traditional pub stuff?
Starters.
There you go. It's wet, so I'm wearing my new fancy wellies today.
No, it's butter.
Oh, that's butter on there, not cheese. Cool.
Just as grab.
I got the pulled brisket sandwich. That's kind of looks. This is like joke salt and pepper. They have the salt in the grinder section and the pepper in the salt section. It's really hard to
It's making a mess.
shake. Yeah, it's just a mess. Yay, good meal and the sun came out. This is the bookstore. Amber loves to do little postcards wherever we go, so. Oh, hi. So we're heading into the post office here to grab some stamps.